Clef vibes on the beat.
Hey, run that shit up, Chase.
Nah, I hear you.
Hey, run that shit up, Chase. Chase.
Welcome back, eSIM Studios podcast live stream, episode 89 on this Monday afternoon. I do appreciate everybody joining us today. Really big news. Sorry I'm being a little late. My camera's flipped around backwards. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can fix this. Let's see here. There we go. Should be better. So we have big Pixel news today. Huge news. The reason why I'm late a little bit, I was going to start a little early. And look, as soon as I was literally just about to hit live, Holy crap. I had my thumbnail set up for a totally different story. I had my notes set out for a totally different story. Literally right before I hit live, literally a few seconds, I was like, holy crap. So I went ahead and hit live, and then I was messing around on the back end, getting my story straight, because I absolutely could not wait any longer to put this story out. So we have the very first live images of the Google Pixel 9 series. Google Pixel 9, Google Pixel 9 Pro, and Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Damn, these things look badass. I cannot wait for these to drop. Google invited me to last year's launch of the Pixel series, Pixel 8 series. Could not go. It was last minute. I didn't really expect them to invite me. It was kind of a shock. This year, I do expect them to invite me. They should for all the promo I do for them. But anyways, I am planning on going to this launch because this phone looks freaking badass. I think Google knocked it out of the park. Just wait until you see these images, right? Just wait. I promise you. Now, before we get to these images, and I have another story that I was originally going to do. That's very interesting as well. Actually could change the game on a lot of things. So very, very big news, big stories on the horizon. Not just for Android, but for Google specifically, and what they have up their sleeves. It looks like the moon is the limit for Google moving forward. I think if they continue to hit not only on hardware, but on the software side, look, they're going to be in a very, very good spot here in just a few years, rivaling iPhone. Now, not with sales, but recognition, right? Respect, right? And it will be the Android phone to get. That's my prediction. Right now, I think Samsung has the lead. Say what you want. I'm a Samsung fan. I love Samsung. I have two of them sitting right in front of me, and then I'm recording on a Samsung device. However, I'm a Pixel lover at heart. Always had a Pixel. Absolutely love them. But let me lay this out for everybody here in just a second, right? Hang on. If you can tell, I'm a little excited today. Let me turn this shit down. Before we get started, I would like to thank everybody for joining us. Also, you can catch us anywhere you go, right? So obviously you can catch the replay on YouTube here if you miss all of it, or you join halfway through, whatever. You can always catch the replay, right? And I'm going to edit out the very front part where there's a few minutes of just music. I'm going to edit that out on the back end when this is done. So when you do catch the replay, it'll just be me, and we'll get straight to the news, right? Also, you can catch us on any podcast platform available, right? We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on iHeartRadio music app. We're on the Amazon Music. We're on YouTube Music. Anywhere you get your podcasts, even the Pocket Casts app. Anywhere you get your podcast, simply search eSIM Studios. Boom, we'll be right there. Now, without any further ado, without any waiting, right? I'm sure you'll like, shut up and just get to the photos. These are freaking badass. So, I have them. If you want to see them in full, you can go to two places. Go to eSIMstudios.com. That's my blog. That's our blog, eSIMstudios.com. Now, if you want to go to our progressive web app, our application, our web app, you can install on your phone. It's actually safer and easier, better in my opinion, than even an application. It's safer. It runs through safer protocols than some apps. You know, some apps get through onto the Play Store with a couple bugs or viruses here and there. A progressive web app filters out all that stuff even before it gets posted and put online. So it's the most secure application. Plus, you don't have to update it. a web app that you install on the home screen, I do all that behind the scenes. So you don't have to go to your app store and update the app. I do that stuff. So you can also go to excuse me. You can also go to techstudios.app. So esimstudios.com and techstudios.app, right? So let me pull this up. So I got eSIM Studios here. Let me pull up techstudios.app. Now I literally just added it to the website, so it might not be. Let's do this. Tech Studios. Let's update it real quick. We'll jump right to it. I might have to send out a push notification for this. So here's what you do. Go to techstudios.app. Or go to esimstudios.com. So let's pull up one of these and I'll show you these pictures of this Pixel 9 series. This thing is incredible. All right, y'all ready?
A-Clef vibes on the beat.
Hey, run that shit up, Chase. run that shit up, Chase.
I cannot believe it. So there you go. Now, that's not it. We got a lot more pictures, right? So let's get into it. Look at this. Wow, 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 wow. Let me move my...
Hey, run that shit up, Chase.
You remember last year, the Pixel 8 Pro, like it was a day or 2 days before this device was launched. There was a photo. It looked like it was in India, right? They manufacture these in India now. There was right before, again, 1 or 2 days before the launch of this Pixel 8 series, there's a photo of a gentleman sitting around on the ground with his family eating. Looked like it was an Indian setting, right? They're barefoot, eating with their hands and stuff. But dude took a photo of a black Pixel 8 Pro, kind of like this, holding it up, taking a photo of the back. That appeared to be a real photo, obviously, but I'm assuming somebody took it home from a manufacturing plant. Look, I don't know how much secure. I've been to a manufacturing plant here in the U.S. Very secure. They run you through metal detectors, 3D scanners, when you walk in, when you walk out, to see if you got a phone with you that you're walking out with. Over there, I doubt. Look, I'm sure they have some security, but it's not as extensive. A lot of the leaks you see, especially with Google, come from the manufacturer. Manufacturing plant. When they actually put them together. Yeah, no, these are absolutely real photos. Pixel 9 Pro on the right, Pixel 9 on the left. I have more photos too, so hang on. Pixel 9 Pro on the right, Pixel 9 on the left. Pro XL, Pixel 9 Pro XL on the right, Pixel 9 Pro in the middle, Pixel 9 on the left. And then here you got the lineup. 9 Pro XL on the left, 9 Pro in the middle, 9 on the right. So this is the compared to an iPhone. I'm assuming this is the 9 Pro on the right. And this is the 15 Pro Max iPhone on the left. I'm assuming. No confirmation on... Now wait, hold up. I think the Pixel 9... The iPhone 15 Pro Max is a big phone. It's basically bigger, maybe wider. I'm not sure if it's taller than the 8 Pro. So this might be the... You know what? I'm not sure. It looks taller. So I bet this is the Pixel 9 Pro XL on the right. And I bet it's an iPhone 15 Pro on the left. Because I don't believe the Pixel 9 Pro XL is going to be that much taller than the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It might be, but look, we are. When are they're getting released in October? In fact, I was just looking up plane flights and airfare. Was it 2 days ago? Because I'm gonna try to go to this launch. So again, they invited me last second. Didn't expect it, so I didn't go because the airfare was so expensive. Yeah, they send you the invite, but they don't send airfare and hotel. So this year I'm gonna plan for it. I'm gonna try to shoot for this launch and go to this one. But as I was getting to the point of, we're still a ways away, right? We're in May. In the 9 series will get released in mid-October. So we're basically June, July, August, September, October. We're still 5 months away. So that's what I'm saying. I think it does kind of look like the Lou from Unbox Therapy. But I think that would be even too soon for them, because there's no way Google's sending out phones to reviewers this early, right? They may do it a month before, but not 5 months before. So that's what I'm saying. It's got to come from the manufacturing plant. They've had these in the works, these phones, for years. So they've set on this design about a year ago and start putting them together. What else we got? Now this is, see, that's what I'm saying. I don't think this iPhone is a Pro Max. I think it's just a Pro. So, because look, the iPhone 15 Pro is like a 6.1 inch display. The Pixel 9 or Pixel 8 series, their smaller one, is like 6.1, right? So look how much taller this is. So this might be the 9 Pro XL with a iPhone 15 Pro. I believe that's what it is. Because if it was the Pro Max, it'd be bigger. Absolutely gorgeous looking phones. You can tell they are flat all around the edges with a slight curve. Now, obviously it looks flat on the sides, but the iPhone looks a little more flat. Like there's a true 90-degree angle from the side of the iPhone to the top of the iPhone where the screen is. There's like a true 90-degree angle. It looks like with the Pixel there's a 90-degree angle, but where the 2 points meet, where the side and the top meets, it looks like it's slightly curved. So, still looks badass nonetheless. Still looks badass. How do y'all like the black color? I think it looks freaking amazing. I can't wait to see what other colors they're gonna put though. You know, they're gonna have a black. You know, they're gonna have a white. But who knows? You know, they always throw another color in there somehow, some way. Let's see. Let me see if there's any other photos. I thought there was another photo that I might have missed. Let's see. Here's another photo. So here's the iPhone 15 Pro on the right. Pixel 9 Pro XL, I believe, on the left. Yeah, it looks beautiful in black. I used to always get black phones. Like for like a good a good 4 years. I had nothing but black phones on everything. And as of starting with my Pixel 7 Pro, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna flip the script. I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm either gonna get white or like a off color. Now obviously I got this in the blue, but I got, obviously, as you could tell, I got these in white, and I had to get this one in purple just because I've already had I want everything to white. And then I have S24 Ultra in the mint green, but I think this might be the point I was getting to. I think this might be. It looks so good in black. I might have to go back. I might have to go back now. The white's gonna go, actually. You know what? Any color they put out on this design is gonna look good. The white's gonna look badass. It looks like it's a matte finish, not a glossy finish. Thank God. I love that matte black look. Right, kind of like the 8 Pro, how it's got that silk. It's not smooth, but it's not rough by any means. Not like sandpaper. But it's not glossy. I just don't want glossy. Shows way too many fingerprints. So they'll have a black, they'll have a white, and then I'm assuming they'll bring some sort of a blue. Because here's the deal. After these few years of them coming out with these off colors, because they always got a black, they always got a white, and then like with the 7A, Pixel 7A, they had that coral, right? It's kind of a reddish color, orange color. This year they come out with the mint green 8A and 8 Pro, right? They have the mint, and then they have the blue. So I think they've kind of settled in on colors that look good, right? So I would expect them to have these Pixel 9 series in a black and a white, and I wouldn't be disappointed at all if they did another version of blue and then another version of mint green, right? Kind of a greenish color. A red would be cool. What other colors would look nice? I wonder, how Apple does it like a titanium color. It's like a silver type. I wonder if that would look cool. I'm sure it would, but that would interfere with the white too much. But Google typically only does a pink or yellow. Yeah, that was my next thing I was gonna say. Maybe a yellow. But see, they have all the statistics. They have all the analysis of colors, like when it comes to how well they sell, the demand. They do all sorts of studies, right? Where I've heard stories of them, in their New York office. They walk around Central Park and just simply ask people a few questions here and there, and then they pay them like $20 to $50, right? Just for answers, right? Like this. Look at this phone. Now, what colors? I'd pick 5 colors, and they have like 10 different colors. Now, they show a Pixel 9 Pro, and they'll be like, what are your top 5 favorite colors on this phone? And the people will pick, and then, okay, thank you, here's $50. They've done that. They've asked me, where I'm a Pixel Super Fans member and #Team Pixel. They send me questionnaires probably, I think twice a year. They'll send me questions, just random stuff, right? Like with last year, when it came to phones. Do you prefer this over that when it comes to a phone? Do you prefer this over this? Right? Or they would give me 5 options. Say, pick your top 3 when it comes to features on smartphones. And I'd pick my top 3, right? That's like about 20 questions. And I'd send it in. So, I mean, stuff like that. So, but yeah, no, you're exactly right. I think a yellow, if they got the right kind of yellow, right? I think Samsung did, Samsung came out with a yellow. iPhone, they've had yellow before. A pink, depending on what color, because that would hit really good with women. A good pink color. Nothing too crazy, like a really, really bold pink. Well, I mean, who am I to say? Even orange, like this shirt. That would look good, right? I think this style, that the way the phone looks, I think a lot of colors would look good on this phone, honestly. I think that they are on pace. Google, right? When I say Google in a whole, I'm talking about not necessarily their search and advertising. I'm talking about phones when it comes to technology, where they land in the phone space. I think they're on a really, really good pace. I think if they continue, they've been on a really good streak. Minus the Pixel 6a, that was a disaster. Pixel 5 was not that good of a device. But if you look, ever since then, right, they've basically hit on every series, meaning sales continue to grow, market share continues to grow. But so I expect that to continue. What they cannot afford is a miss on a flagship device, right? I said Pixel 6a. It's a mid-range phone. They don't sell a gazillion of them. However, Pixel 7a did, I believe, was their number one seller this last year. But what I'm getting at is that each device that they come out with, each series, has looked better than the last one to me. And I don't know everybody's opinion, but to me they have. So the 8 series looked better than the 7. The 7 series looked better than the 6. The 8 looked better than the 7 series. This 9 series looks freaking phenomenal. So technically better than the 8 series. See what I'm saying? They continue to build upon their design language, the way it looks. I think they finally, this year, put everything together. I think they hit a home run with this device. I really do. I think now, again, I've been saying for the longest, their make or break year is not this year, although they are going to hit a home run with this device. The make or break year is going to be Pixel 10. That's when they are going to fully design, manufacture their own CPU. So no more Samsung, right? Because the Tensor chip is, let's face it, it's basically a Exynos chip inside of these Pixels. It just is. It's a Exynos CPU with a Tensor logo slapped on it, a Google emblem slapped on it. Their contract with Exynos and Samsung is up after this series is released, and the Pixel 10 will make or break the Pixel line moving forward. That's my personal opinion. Because they can either crank the power up and get this thing really powerful. I just did a benchmark test between all my phones. Pixel was really struggling. It came in not dead last, but second to dead last out of all my devices, right? And it's a flagship phone, but they've been quoted as saying, I know, benchmarks aren't everything. It's about the AI. It's about machine learning, right, on device. And that's fine. And look, if you use a Pixel, you know the user experience is freaking great. It's fast as hell. It's very smooth, very fluid. So that's what I'm saying. Benchmarks don't really show everything, but to the general public, it does, right? To nerds like me or you, well, I'm not going to say you, but I'm a nerd. To nerds like myself, we know benchmarks don't mean everything, but to the general public, to the semi-nerds or people that like to think they know what they're talking about when it comes to phones, it's big to those people. And unfortunately, there's more of those people online expressing their opinions than there are people like us, the real nerds, the real fans that know, a little more intricate details when it comes to these devices, right? But I do believe with the Pixel 10 and the Tensor G5 CPU, I think they're going to have to really push out some performance. That's just my personal opinion. But look, who knows what the design will look like. Hopefully they'll keep it similar to this Pixel 9 series. But look, they're big horizons in front of us for Google and Pixel fans, because this leak just came out, so it'll spread through the internet. I think we're one of the first channels to showcase this. But hey, looks badass, right? So let's get into this. Here's another part of how Google can really flex, right? If they want to be respected internally, cell phone fans, depending on who you ask, again, general public or the real nerds like us that know what's going on, they do put a quality product out. They may sell a very small fraction of what Apple sells on the worldwide stage, but that's fine. We know that. We know. I'm never going to say never, but Google might never outsell Apple when they're with their iPhones, right? Apple sells like 80 something million iPhones a year. Let me repeat that. I think last year was 88 million iPhones per year. Google, I think, sold 12 million worldwide. So, it's up from 6 to 7 million just a couple years ago. So, they are gaining ground, right? But when they want to be more respected in the cell phone arena, there was a couple things that they needed to do, in my personal opinion, right? And one of them was creating, because one thing that sets Samsung apart from Google, even iPhone, is Samsung DeX. I'm a strong supporter of Samsung DeX. I love it. It's basically a laptop. It's basically a whole nother operating system on your device that it's all you simply do is connect it to a monitor and you have a freaking desktop experience, right? You can't beat it until now. Now we got news that I think is really going to separate this Pixel series from all these other jokers, not only online, but all these other phone manufacturers. It looks like now they haven't had any answer to Samsung DeX, Google, for years. I've been saying for years they need an answer. They need a competitor, something like Samsung DeX. Google just activated on the Type-C port the display output, right? Many don't know, but in these Type-C connectors, there's many things you can activate and not activate when you connect a Type-C cable. One of them is a display. Not only power, not only data, right, tuned from your phone, but a display output, right? So whatever's on your phone, you can actually run that through the cable and hook it up to a monitor, and boom, you got a display out. Google just activated display out option on their Pixel 8 series in the beta. I did a test of that a few weeks ago. It's pretty basic. You basically it's like Miracast. You basically get the same operating system that's on your Pixel will be up on the external monitor. So it's a good first step until we got news today that is going to blow the lid off of this whole external desktop experience thing, right? So here's the deal. Let me get out of here. So we got word, and I have it here, have the article here on eSIMstudios.com and at techstudios.app. We got word that Google is going to flex their muscles. They are going to activate Chrome OS. Whenever you plug in your Pixel to an external monitor, boom, Chrome OS. That is better than Samsung DeX. Look, for as much as I love Samsung DeX, it's just because it's a more robust, extra added feature that gives you a desktop-like experience. Chrome OS has been made for a desktop experience. Very fine-tuned for years and years and years. Same operating system you're going to find on a Chromebook. Look, it's not maybe as robust or a strong of an operating system as Windows is, but it's almost as strong, right? I would rather have Chrome OS over DeX just because of the functionality and usability. The reason why I love Samsung DeX for so long is because there's really nothing else like it. Motorola's got a little rinky-dink desktop-like experience. It's nothing to brag about. Who else has something? That's about it. I mean, maybe one other, but it's nothing close. So Samsung DeX was standing all by itself on top of this pedestal. And until Google is going to implement Chrome OS on your external monitor when you plug it in to your Pixel device. That is music to my ears. That will blow away Samsung DeX just because of the functionality. It just will. All right. If you think I'm wrong, it is what it is, but that's my personal opinion. If you go and ask somebody, would you rather use Samsung DeX or Chrome OS, like what comes on a Chromebook, what would you use? Chrome OS should be the most popular answer. So if you combine yeah, I know. I'm really excited if you can't tell. I'm talking fast. I'm moving along pretty fast here. So, yeah, I apologize. Yeah, so where was I? Yes. So, if you take these new Pixel devices, right? If you take and looking into the future, the Pixel 10 series with their badass, assuming it looks similar, but with their badass processor, and you combine Chrome OS, right, kind of like for when you plug it into an external monitor to compete against Samsung DeX, that's going to blow. Look, I know people that just buy Samsung because of Samsung DeX. They carry around a monitor. You see back here, this monitor right here? External monitor. All I got to do is carry that sucker around with a keyboard, with a mouse, and a USB Type-C cable, and I have a desktop laptop with my Samsung, obviously, experience, right? You can use your phone independently from the Samsung DeX, so it's not like it's locked down while using DeX. You can use both independently. And this Google, this new Pixel line will be the same thing with this new Chrome OS. Yes, it will be an absolute game changer. It'll replace a lot of people's because look, I've used Chrome OS. I actually have a Chromebook here. I just don't use it as much because I got all this crap here. But I could, if I had to, use my Chromebook for everything I do. Now, StreamYard and how I stream, it doesn't really play nicely with StreamYard, but I know that covers a very, very, very 0.0001% of people, right? But for everything else, it's fine. Documents, editing, you can code a whole website on Chrome OS. It's a very good light operating system, right? Again, it's not as robust as Windows, but again, a lot of people don't need a full Windows 11 experience. That does everything you need to do. Internet ready, document editing, all the above. It does everything. So if you could include that in the package of the Google Pixel series, it's a game changer. Everybody's going to brag about it. All the online reviewers are going to brag about it. Samsung DeX finally met its match. It's going to put pressure on Samsung to step up their game because this will leapfrog over Samsung DeX. Again, yes, Chrome OS is better as far as a overall operating system than Samsung DeX. And when I say Samsung DeX, I'm not talking about the phone OS. I'm talking about Samsung DeX OS. Chrome OS just is. I don't see how you could say the opposite unless you worked for Samsung or something, obviously. But regular Joes like you and I, should be hands down, Chrome OS is better than Samsung DeX. Yes. Now, it is a go. This is a real thing. They've been working on it, and I believe we have a video. Let me see here. So they're working on this in the background as we speak. And it will come. It will come to... let's see, where are we? Oh, and that I was going to live stream the OpenAI event today. It sucked. It was nothing. Nobody even spoke. It was just a stupid YouTube video with some words written on there. I mean, it was a complete and just utter flop. I don't even know what they announced. It said something about live streaming now on ChatGPT, I think. I don't know. Look at this. Oh. So here's Chrome OS running on an Android phone. Let's look at this. Ready? Damn, I may get a strike. Okay, well, I'm not going to play it because I'm going to get a strike for playing somebody else's content. But they show you Chrome OS running on a Pixel 7 Pro. So this is in development. It is going to happen. I'm going to put a link in the description box below when this is over. And so everybody can check it out for themselves. I watched this earlier, and it's really, really cool. So it's a real thing, right? It's not a rumor. They're actually working on this to bring it to us. So it would be cool if they did that for every Android phone. Now, I know there's certain limitations, maybe only flagship Android phones, because with the smaller hardware components might not be able to run it, but they're just going to put it on Pixel to begin with. But it would be cool if it was an option for every Android phone. Look, we may get there in 5 years, but have no doubt about it, they're going to make this an exclusive Pixel thing to start out, just to brag about, oh, look what Pixel can do. But don't be surprised if you see this feature on every flagship Android device in like 5 years, right? I'll link that. I don't want to play it and get in trouble. There was something else here before we get out of here. I got to run. I got an appointment here I got to go to. Let's see. Where was it? Just to cover what I was teasing yesterday. So this is what OpenAI did release, right? Now it's interesting because maybe I just caught the introduction and I missed the talking part about this. But you know what's interesting is that OpenAI said just the other day, oh, this is not going to be a search assistant. And what is it? It's a search assistant. So OpenAI launches ChatGPT 4o, goes directly after Google Assistant and Siri. It's probably right now far better than Siri because Siri sucks. Let's just face it. That's just a fact. It's Siri, absolute disaster. When it came out, oh, it was cool, but now OpenAI has unveiled a new AI model called ChatGPT 4o. The new AI model is faster and cheaper than ChatGPT 4 Turbo. The company is making ChatGPT-O available to developers starting today. I'm a developer. Let me see if I can get it. How much does it cost, right? Designed with ease of use in mind. Cool. Oh, it's free. Oh, shit. I keep on forgetting to show the tab. ChatGPT 4o and more tools to ChatGPT free users. We're launching our newest flagship model and making more capabilities available for free in ChatGPT. So, I don't know much about this, but we will get into it. Let's see. I am going to run. I got to go real quick. But thank you for joining me. Sorry I left on such a fast note, but I must go. So thank you for joining us. Trust me, I'm going to do my research on this. We're going to upload tons of more content. So please subscribe to the channel. Check out our links in the video description here. And I got all the info for you. Trust me. I'm going to be zoned in on Pixel coverage, Samsung coverage, AI coverage. Anything has to do with tech, right here is your spot. Trust me, I got y'all covered. Don't worry. Peace out, guys. Love y'all. Take care, and see you tomorrow.